ready for summer. And all I want to do is bang on the drum all day and play and sit in the sun and go to the pool. Forget about everything else. Anyone else? Anybody else want to with me? Like, where are you going to spend most of the time this summer? Drop in chat. I want to hear what your summer plans are. Are you going on vacation? Are you going to the lake? Do you have a camper? Are we working this summer? What do you guys, um, very quiet chat. Nobody has plans.
Trinity, Florida, pool with
Pool.
kids.
Yeah. Anybody going to the ball fields? Okay. Pool, school, lake. All right. Yeah.
Yep.
Summer. I just want to give you a heads up. Summer doesn't have to mean starting over in September. And that's why we're here. Because who's with me? Raise your hand and let me know. Summer's crazy. It's chaotic. The kids are home. I don't have time right now. And you know what the biggest myth sometimes we find ourselves saying is, I'll work when the kids go back to school. I'll work in the fall. Well, guess what? We don't have that option because life never slows down. And when the summer is over, we'll have all kinds of things waiting for us. And we don't want we don't want to lose the momentum that we can have over the summer, because successful consultants don't wait for calm. We learn how to work our businesses when life is happening, and we fit it in the nooks and crannies, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, on the sidelines, from the pool, from the ball fields. And if we were to wait for everything to be calm, you know what? We just wouldn't be able to fit Scentsy in our lives. So I'm just going to tell you, like, when I started this business, oh my gosh, 17 years ago, I had 2 small boys, and our favorite thing was to go to the pool. And I would work my business before they got up or after they went to bed so I could play all day. And now I'm in a whole new phase of life, and I'm a grandma, and I want to play in the afternoon with my grandbabies. So guess what I do? I work early, or I work after they leave, or after I go visit them. So it's interesting how life takes a full circle, but life never calms down. So that's why we're here today. We're going to talk about summer momentum and why it matters. Because what happens if you disappear for 90 days? If you disappear for 90 days, your customers are going to forget you're open for business. They're going to find somewhere else to get their fragrance. Conversations are going to stop. Hosts are going to move on, and your momentum disappears. You guys know the story of the merry-go-round, right? Orville told us this years ago. You know, when you're on the playground and there's that spinning, and the kids all get on it, and you really have to dig in, and you kind of like push it. Well, then guess what's going to happen? Eventually it's going to get easier. And then we go from digging in and pushing hard to maybe just 2 hands, then 1 hand. Well, in summer, we want to keep 1 hand on the momentum of our merry-go-round, because if it comes to a full stop, when you hit your August, September, fall season, you're going to have to dig in again. And we do not want that. We are Scentsy consultants, and we are checked in for the summer months. And everybody that's joining us live or recorded, I know you guys can stick with this and fit Scentsy in this summer, because the summer secret is not perfection, it's connection. Just a little action every day to create momentum, because the momentum is going to give you confidence. Confidence is going to build growth. And you get to decide. You are your own boss. You pick the time. Don't look for the perfect time, just a window of time every single day to stay checked into your business, and make it a habit, whether it's on your lunch hour, before the kids get up. Maybe you don't have kids like me. I don't even have kids at home, but I still have to schedule time, because now I have adult kids that want to go do go-karting and still go to school, or want to go out late at night. So like, it's still a different phase of life, but it's never calm, and we still have to make 15, 20-minute pockets of time to work our business. So with that said, I just want you guys take a second in chat. Let me know how much time you realistically can commit to your business this summer. Is it 15 minutes a day you're going to commit to, 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day? Maybe it's an hour, maybe it's more. I would drop it into chat and let us know. The chat room have some keyboards that aren't working. Well, anyway, okay. Oh, there we go. 20 minutes, multiple times a day. That is perfect.
So, guys, I think also while we're chatting in the chat, why don't we type in there what you do differently in the summer that you wouldn't normally do in the fall and winter? Like, what is something that you would throw that in the chat for a second? What's something that you would normally do in the fall and the winter that you're not doing in the summer, or vice versa? What are you doing in the summer that you're doing in the winter, right? Like Shelly listed off a whole bunch of stuff, right? Maybe you're outside a lot more, right? Maybe you're going boating, you're going on vacation, you're playing sports. Lots of kids playing sports outside in the summertime, right? Baseball, soccer, volleyball, right? So drop in the chat some of the things that you're doing a little bit differently, because guess what? That's what your customers are going to be doing. If you're doing those things, your customers are going to be doing those things too. And so being really visible is going to be one of the biggest things that is going to make your business change. And you have to adapt with your customers, right? Like whatever you're doing, you have to adapt in the same way that your customers are adapting. So if you think of it like, okay, well, if I go out, how are people going to know I'm a Scentsy consultant? Do you know how many customers are out there floating around in the universe that don't have a consultant? Maybe they met someone at an event. Maybe they, met somebody or went to a party. Maybe they bought something online and then all of a sudden that consultant vanished, right? And now this person is out floating around in the universe with no one. And lo and behold, they walk down the street and they find you. But how are they going to know that you're a Scentsy consultant? How would they know, right? Unless you're branded. And, what's one of the things that's super simple? And, simple is always the best policy in the summertime, right? Like, how do you make that connection with people who are out there floating around, whether it's people that know what Scentsy is or people that don't know what Scentsy is? So, my daughter last week was, she said to me, Mom, because I couldn't find my keys. She's like, why don't you just get a lanyard for your keys? I'm like, what do you mean a lanyard for my keys? And she's like, well, everybody uses lanyards, don't you know? Like that's like a thing. I'm like, what do you mean it's a thing? She's like, just go to the dollar store and look for a lanyard. I go to the dollar store, there's like racks of all these lanyards. And I'm like, what's the deal with the lanyards? She's got this Hello Kitty or something. So anyway, my point is that I'm like, well, what am I going to buy a lanyard for? I've got a Scentsy lanyard. So I just throw this on my keys and I'm not thinking at all, okay? I walk out, I go down to the grocery store and I'm like this. I wasn't even thinking, like, how many times in the summer do you walk out of your house? You've got your phone in one hand, bank cards in the back pocket, and you got your keys in your hand. Like, you're not going around all the time thinking, oh, just a second, I need to be branded every single time I walk out the door, even though it's probably in your best interest to do that. I'm just saying, you want to keep things easy and simple when you're going around in the summertime. Here I am walking around like this, not thinking anything of it. Do you know I had 6 people approach me in under 2 days? 6 people approached me about the freaking lanyard that I had hanging off of my bag as I throw my keys in my bag and then where's this? It just hangs over the side. If I'm in the grocery store, I just literally hang it around the handle of the grocery store. Like everywhere I go, I've got my lanyard and I'm constantly branded. And I can't even believe like the difference that this has made. It's kind of like Facebook Marketplace, right? Like it changes your business. That's another place, right? And in the summertime, your customers aren't necessarily going to be on social media. Sometimes they're going to be out and about and you're not going to be able to reach them in the ways that you normally would because they're not sitting and scrolling the way they normally would be in the winter time when they've got more time and they're cozy and they're by their fire and they've got their feet up, right? Like maybe they're by the poolside, but they're probably just chilling. They might not be on social media. So you've got to find ways to adapt with your customers and keep it super simple. So when you are on social media, you're posting in your stories and you're sharing that one-off picture, and maybe you've got your lanyard on your shoulder, right? Like, it doesn't have to always be about Scentsy. You can weave Scentsy in that of your life in under 15 minutes a day. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do this. You could do your 5 minutes on Scentsy Connect. Guys, Scentsy Connect is a gold mine waiting to happen. But if you don't enter your orders and attach your orders to your customers' information, then guess what? Scentsy Connect isn't going to work for you. So you've got to make sure that when you're out and about and you're giving out samples, because we know you're giving out samples, right? Right? We're giving out samples. Why? Because when people go home, they'll remember you, right? And then what happens? Hopefully you got a way to follow up with them because you got their information when you gave them a sample. But anyway, I digress. Guys, anything that you can do 15 minutes or under in a day is going to make a huge difference in your business. Listen to the podcast, talk to people, use your Scentsy Connect, follow up with somebody, send a personal text message. Hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. Are you okay? Not, hey, I'm putting in an order. I thought you might need something. Like, guys, we need to be human beings, right? Like, you need to actually talk to people and say, are you all right? I haven't heard from you in a while. Like, you just dropped off the face of the earth, basically, right? You don't need to say it like that, but be a human, right? In the summertime, and think about, what is my customer doing? How do I meet my customer where they are at in the summertime? How do I meet them? Check out the new Skills Studio too, while you're at it. Like United We Rise, I know it's Thursday Night Shift. These are all great ways for you to catch a few little tidbits here and there. And you know what? You might show up to a training and you might be like, oh, I've heard this all before. Guess what? We all have. But you know what? You might catch one little nugget. That one little nugget might be that one thing that is going to change your business for the rest of the summer. Get out there, put on the bulletin boards, put the little tear-offs. Like, lots of people have done that. And you know what? It's wildly successful. People are looking for Scentsy. They are out there, but you have to make sure that you are adapting with your customers and following up with them and making sure that you are staying also relevant, right? And that's the whole listening to the podcast thing. But anyway, Shelley, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit.
Well, you know me, Robin, and I know a few people that are in our audience that know me as well. And I like a system. So I came up with a 4-step summer sizzle system. This way I know that I'm going to hit all the bases for our business over the summer month. So it's 4 parts: connect, share, follow up, grow. Connect, share, follow up, grow. If we all do those 4 things for the next 90 days, guess what? Our merry-go-round is going to continue to spin right into our fall season. And we are going to do all of these things that Robin explained. So I like to put them into little sections so that in my brain, I remember that I'm doing all 4 things. I'm a to-do list girl. Like, if you looked at my desk, I have like 6 clipboards and 100 post-it notes because I like lists. So I'm going to give you some lists if you're like me. Connect, share, follow up, grow. First one is connect. This is what Robin was talking about. Connect with people when you're out. You're branding yourself. You're at the ball field. You're at the farmer's market. You're at neighborhood events. You're, at work. You're volunteering more. You're out in public. You're branded. You're talking. You're handing out samples. You're just building relationships. And then the second one is share. This goes hand in hand with that. People can't buy from you if they don't know what you have to offer. Sharing doesn't mean posting all day. It's staying visible. Just like Robin said, checking in one-on-one, posting in the stories, making sure they know you're still a Scentsy consultant, that you're still in business, but it's fitting in your life. And guess what that's going to do for your recruiting game? When all of the people watching you see you out living your life and fitting Scentsy into your life, they can say, me too. My life is chaotic, but she does it. I can do it. I need Scentsy in my life. So you are doing more for yourself by connecting and sharing all summer long than staying quiet and on the sidelines, right? So sharing your stories, send your customer texts and your emails. Get in the habit. We have all done Power 30. So you should already be in a habit of checking into your Scentsy Connect every single day. 10 to 15 minutes on Scentsy Connect. Done. Talk about your favorite products. Share gift ideas and special offers. Bring Scentsy into everyday conversations. Everything can revolve around Scentsy if you want it to. Take your samples to the ball field. Your testers cannot stay in your car. So guess what? They should be in the grocery cart. They should be in front seat with you. They need to go inside with you and ready to give out to friends and people that you meet on the street. Wear your Scentsy gear. Be approachable. Don't be caught naked. Make sure you have business cards, you know what? You could just have your phone with you and your Scentsy Connect, scan Connect, QR code is waiting for you right in there. People need to see you consistently. They need to know you're open for business. And that is where the conversations start and how your relationships grow. Okay, we talked a little bit about number 3, which is follow up. This is your conversion. This is where your sales, bookings, recruits happen because you're following up, not because you posted, not because you wished and hoped, but because you intentionally followed up with the people that have ordered from you, that are your customers that haven't bought for a while. Maybe you check in with some hosts that had some holiday parties. And now it's time to get their summer going. Maybe it's a prospect that you saw at the grocery store, or somebody you had a quick conversation with, or somebody that you engaged with on social media. Those all fall in this follow-up category. So see how we're getting some cadence? If you have committed to 15 to 30 minutes every single day within the pockets of time, guess what? Those 15 minutes are going to add up to maybe an hour a day, just broken into connect a little bit, share a little bit, follow up a little bit. And then the last one is, we touched on this just a little bit, but you are doing that right now. You have turned into a Spark session live. So grow is where you're going to build your personal and business development. That is listening to your podcast. I know I like to habit stack, so I listen to a podcast on my way home from the gym, and I also listen to a podcast while I walk. So here's a trick I have that I'm going to share with you for this. I have Spotify playlists set up for drive time, highway time, and walking. So I know if I'm drive time, it's 20 minutes or less. And I listen to it a little bit fast. So anything 30 minutes or less can go in a 20-minute playlist. And when I walk, I try to walk for about 45 minutes. So I can put anything that's 45 minutes to an hour in that list, or maybe something longer that takes me 2 walks to listen. So I hope that helps you fit in, grow in those pockets of times that you have. But training, setting goals, organizing, those kind of things fit into your grow sessions. How are you guys feeling? Drop in chat and let me know. Did something click with you? Is there an area of your business that needs a little attention? Or are these, what do you think of the summer? Can we do this? Connect, share, follow up, grow? Let me know in chat what you're thinking. Okay, I guess we have a quiet chat. So, Robin, what do you think should
That's
we?
okay. So yeah, I'm thinking about a whole bunch of things as you're going through this stuff. So I'm thinking about the people that are going to come and say, like, my car smells gross. Right? Like how many, right? Like everybody and their dog is detailing their car right now. Like my car smells gross. Like I've heard that from about 4 different people, right? So, I mean, we have all the tools, right? Like Scentsy has given us the quad. Gosh, like don't even get me started about the quad for $36.25 in the US, right? We have air purifiers. Like we have all the tools that we need from Scentsy. They're giving us every single product that anyone could need in the summertime, right? Scent packs, scent circles, room sprays, like all the things. Counter clean, my God, you could clean your car. Just make I had somebody in my group that made a video of her cleaning her car with counter clean. She sold like 40 of them afterwards. Like, guys, think about where your customers are at, right? Like, my laundry is working overtime. Everybody's laundry is working overtime in the summertime, right? Like, my house smells like pets and humidity. Yeah, gross. Like, you need, like, let's be real, like, be real for a second, right? Like, these are real life problems, guys, and we have the solutions to them. Scentsy has given it all to us. I know you're all laughing, but it's true, right? I need something easy before guests come over, right? Like, you want your house to smell nice. People are coming over, they're hanging out on your deck, whatever. They go into your washroom. You want it to be clean. You want it to be smell nice, right? Like, give them the reason, show them the reason why. You can post that in your stories and you can share that around, show how you're doing it, right? Show how you're using those things in your life to solve those problems, right? Like, I want my space to feel fresh. Guys, Scentsy's brought all kinds of those luxury scents now. So, like, that's something that you could really use as that feel, right? Because people may not necessarily want that in the winter, but they might want it in the summer. Right? Like, in the winter, I want bakery, I want cozy, I want like all the fuzzy, cozy cardigan, like all that kind of stuff, right? But in the summertime, they might want something different, right? We can really tap into those high-end luxury fragrances and use those. Okay. Where was I? Sorry, I digressed again. So, I'm sorry, Shelley.
Robin, I have something to share that goes along with what you were saying. So we were talking about real life examples of those four things of connecting and building those relationships. And I have Lauren, who dropped in chat, pick something, carry it with you. She had an amazing month with the Solo Smart Diffuser because she took it with her everywhere. I did this today. I took mine with me to the gym and plugged it in because this humidity is awful. And the whole time I'm plugging it in before our class started, I had everybody asking me about it. And I actually printed a cute little QR code in a frame that's right next to it so people can smell it and shop right there. So I love this. Carry your product with you and share everywhere you go. So that is an excellent. So what, like, I was thinking where we talked about where are you spending most of your summer and how your business could naturally fit. Do you have some new ideas? Drop them in chat. Go ahead, Robin. I just wanted to.
Yeah. And you know what, guys, you know where you're going. You know who you're going to see. So be ready for it, right? Like, you could have a basket full of samples and it doesn't have to be wax, right? Like, so if you're in the heat and like, we're just starting to get the heat here in Ontario, I'm in Canada. But I mean, there's a lot of heat coming for most of us, right? So you don't have to have a wax sample. It could be room spray samples. Like, oh my gosh, it could be counter clean. But I like to give something that's like super, super simple. Like, you could put even a laundry washer whiff sample in a little organza bag and give them to people and people love that. They'll throw, I'll be like, here, throw this in your purse. What is it? It smells so good. Listen, it'll just make your purse smell amazing in the summertime when it's yuck. And you know what? If you like it, it's laundry, and then that does sparks open a whole conversation, right? And you can attach your business card to that, and then people will find you again afterwards, guys. I'm telling you, this stuff works, but you have to be intentional. You know where you're going. You know who you're going to talk to. Make sure you have these things like stocked up in a little basket by the front door. So when you're walking, you just grab one, throw it in your bag, right? Like, make sure you don't come home unless you give it out to somebody. Like, even something as simple as that is under 15 minutes. That's 30 seconds of your time. Every single person that is behind a cash register that gives you a receipt, that is somebody that could be your next customer. Anybody who's willing to stand on their feet and stand behind a cash register, they talk to people all day long, that could be your next new team member. So really think about, like, when I'm out and about, and I am out and about a lot more in the summertime than I am in the wintertime, how am I interacting with people? How am I making that extra effort to interact with people so that you can touch on all those things that Shelley was talking about, right? Okay, so before we wrap up, like, let's just take a minute and create like a simple summer a summer plan? Like now that we've kind of given you some ideas and stuff, um, how do you think it's best to work your business? Like what's best for you? Me, 6 a.m. I see a chat open up. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. Like I know Shelly's on at 6 a.m. I know a whole bunch of other superstar directors are on at 6 a.m. We're like back and forth 6 a.m. and then we're gone for a few hours because we have life, right? Like guys, Scentsy not about taking up your life. Scentsy is something that you weave in and out of your life. And you know what? The most successful consultants and superstar directors are the ones that have learned to just weave it in and out, right? Take it with you everywhere you go. It's just something you do. It's just something you have, right? Like just be ready. So like, what's your summer plan, right? Like maybe your afternoons look a little bit different. Maybe just drop it in the chat. What does your summer time look, what's your time look like? Is lunch when the kids are napping, or maybe it's your afternoon, you've got an hour in the afternoon, or maybe you've got 10 minutes on a lunch break, right? Like it just depends on what your life looks like, but you have to kind of be intentional about a plan. Like, what is my plan going to be so that I'm ready, even if it is under 15 minutes a day, even if it is something short and sweet? How do I be intentional so I can stay consistent? What's going to keep me consistent? Shelly was saying earlier about lists, right? She likes lists. I saw it in the chat. Somebody else likes lists. You like checkoffs. You could have it even on your screensaver of your phone. This is what I want to do in a day so I don't forget, right? Like I open up my phone and bang, there's my list, right? Like, did I do that today? Okay, good. I'm good to go, right? 30 seconds on Scentsy Connect. And yes, you can do it in 30 seconds. Boom, boom, boom. Just respond to everybody, right, Shelly? I don't know if you want to talk, you want to check the chat, but
yeah, I love it. Okay. Yeah. Somebody just said she works in the morning. Oh gosh, it's going fast now. I love it. Chat is going up in the morning, and I set it all up on the phone, and then on the go, I can work from my phone and post and follow up. And I love a weekly to-do list. Exactly.
Stephanie, you just gave me the best idea. Oh my God. Stephanie Sullivan just gave me the best idea. See, I love these Spark sessions. This is why, because we have those little zing moments, right? Stephanie, you're saying you take Scentsy fresh samples to the pool. Guys, who doesn't want to wipe down the seat before they get on? Right? And you could use the wipes, you could use swipes, you could use like, you could give out Scentsy clean samples. Like, God, that's a gold mine waiting to happen. I didn't even think of that. See? And Cass is saying, bring a room spray with you. Like I have room spray samples like all summer long. That's like my number one thing is room spray samples. Yes, and you know, like how many minutes do you want to spend a day, right? Like, do you have that? Is that something that you want to do? Like, do you want to say, you know what, I want to work 15 minutes a day, or I want to work 20 minutes a day? Like, is that something that you want? Because not every consultant is going to work their business the same way. Some people are going to be like, yeah, you know what? I'm working 30 minutes every day. This is how I want it to be. I want to be consistent. I want to get this out. This is what I want to do. And some people are like me, fly by the seat of your pants. Like, I'm going to do it when I do it, but I will make sure that I get it done using the screen on my phone or using reminders on my phone. Like I set alarms all day long. I think is something I'm like, oh, I forgot to do that. I set an alarm, set an alarm, set an alarm. I got Google Calendar giving me notifications all the time so that I ensure that I keep myself accountable, because I'm not one of those people that's going to sit down and work for 30 minutes. But there are people that will. So what are you? Which one of those people are you? And what's that look like for the summer? Like, what's your accountability going to look like? Maybe drop that in the comments. Like, what kind of accountability do you think is going to work for you? Like, what's your plan, right? To hold yourself accountable to some of the stuff that we talked about.
Yes, I love all the ideas. Thank you so much for dropping them in chat. We do have a few minutes.
Let's open it up.
Yeah, we could open it up and then we'll wrap up to make sure everybody has their action plan ready to go. So does anybody want to share before we go on to action plan? You can unmute yourself or we can read it from chat, whatever easiest for you.
Yeah, while we're waiting, you know, like a lot of people have a mentality that their busiest time is in the fall and the winter. But for me, my busiest time is in the summer. And a lot of my team have that. I had a girl on my team yesterday, or last week, she put in 5,000 PRV that month, like last month. Like this isn't, this is a time when you can take advantage of people's habits, right? So you have to think summertime is an advantage. It's an opportunity to change how you're working. It's an opportunity to reach people that you wouldn't normally reach. So
Love
think
that.
about that for a second, right? Like, how do I work my business differently in the summertime? Because that's an opportunity waiting to happen. Like, as if you're not thinking about this stuff, you're leaving money on the table. Like,
We're
you
around
are
so
really
many more
you're
people.
leaving it on the table. Like, every time you walk through the front door, you are showing up in a way that is either going to make or break you. So you have to decide what that's going to look like. How am I showing up today? What does that look like today?
Yeah, and
Um,
we're around so many more people in the summer. I just want to do a quick shout out for Rhonda, and then we'll drill down on this action plan for summer. Rhonda said she started a consistency system this month, and it's helped her keep on track with general themes for each day. And she knows what to talk about, and it doesn't have to be
Love
the
it.
same every Monday and Tuesday. She just has a direction, and she doesn't have to rack her brain. So
I love
that
it.
is an amazing transition for us. So thank you for sharing that, Rhonda, because if you go into the summer months with a plan, and maybe it's your to-do list of 15-minute actions that you can take care of when you have those pockets of time, you decide. But before we leave each other, I just want to drill this down. We are going to get your pen out, and if you're driving, you can do this when you stop, or maybe just think it in your head. When Robin asked, when will I work my business? So commit to that. It doesn't have to be the same time
Yeah.
every day. Just don't skip 2 days in a row. If you take Sunday off because you have family or you're on vacation or you're taking the day off, just don't skip Monday. Okay. So we're going to go for a streak and never miss 2 days in a row. And you're going to decide if you're going to work your business in the morning, around lunchtime, in the afternoon, and the evening, or if you have another window of time when you're going to work your business every single day, you're going to check in. And that's just 15 to 20 minutes to check in and do those things. We're going to connect, share, follow up, and grow. Connect, share, follow up, and grow. Those are easy ways to remember what we need to do
Hmm.
in those
Hmm.
15-minute pockets of time. And then now I just want you to take my area of focus, just 3 activities that you are going to solidly be consistent with this summer. Is it going to be continually social, being on present on social? Is it going to be handing out those samples? Is it going to be, what are your 3 focus activities that you're not going to miss and you're going to be consistent with? Okay. And then if you want to, we're going to hold you accountable and you can drop those things in chat or you can unmute. We still have a few minutes before we're going to let,
Yep.
okay. All right, you
And
guys. Well, oh, go ahead, Robin, and then I can wrap
I'm
up.
sorry. I can't say enough about being prepared, right? Like, just take some time now before the summer really kicks in and get your samples made. Like, get your samples made, get your catalogs labeled, like get all that stuff ready so that as you're on the go, you just grab and go, grab and go, grab and go, right? And then you've got your Connect goes everywhere with your phone, right? So you
Yep.
always have your business with you, right?
Yep. And fitting it into the business. Okay, you guys, summer doesn't have to be your craziest chaotic season. Instead, we're changing our frame of
Yeah.
mind and we are going to make summer our busiest, bestest business season. And we are going to stay present. We're going to connect. We're going to share. We are going to follow up. We're going to grow together. We're going to find those summer sizzle 15 minutes throughout the day because when September arrives and the kids go back to school, we are going to be in such a solid rhythm and we're going to have that momentum right into the holiday season. You guys, I'm super excited. Oh yeah, I love it. She's going to do it all. She's going to
Yeah.
connect, share, follow up, and grow, and she's going to get her samples made. She's going to be
Yeah.
prepared. Her car is going to be stocked, and
Yeah.
her sense is going to be ready to go. Jane, we are all with you. We're going to do it all.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Everybody, hands up. Are we all in this together? Everybody who's on here, these are all things that we can all commit to. Thank you
Yeah.
guys so much for joining us. Did you have anything else, Robin?
No.
Okay. Well, we are being respectful. This was just a quick 30 minutes on your lunch, I hope. And now you are armed and ready to be prepared for the summer months. Have a great day, you guys.
Have a great, guys.